Hey folks, uh, today it is time for us to play more of Chris's PCG Anniversary Special 2. Chris is here to play it with us, so let's play a paper computer game. Alrighty, so here we are. Chris, welcome to the show. Your face is currently on camera. And yeah, hello.
Hello. Excited to be back. Excited to share some progress here. Or the next couple screens. So that should be fun.
I'm excited to kick those screens behinds.
In your dreams, Reza, tell me.
We'll
All right. But before we get started with any of that, I figure it might be fun because I've been doodling around and stuff. I have a couple other bonus artworks. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I could throw them in right at the top before we jump in. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Gonna make sure I send the right one, but now I'm gonna start off small.
All
All right. Here's this first one I did. I was thinking about it because I was looking at the PCG website, and I was thinking, I could like tweak some other things like that. And that's just papercomputergames.com. Right now, it's just like kind of got some of Zach's artwork that I colored in. And some links to all the relevant stuff. Like
Let me go there to show people what you're talking about. Paper computer.
Yeah. So one of the things that I did, actually, I did a little tweak to it. It's very subtle, but on large screens, that artwork would stretch the entire width of or just like keep going, be very big. You have to scroll to see all of it, which was kind of fun, but I wanted to show the entire artwork no matter what because I thought it was really cool art. So I changed the code a bit so that it'll always be it will never be bigger than your screen size.
That's awesome, and it's looking great on my screen right now. So
excellent. Yeah, I cannot see your screen, but that's because you suck, I assume. I don't know. But anyway, I was playing around with changing the logo a bit because I think the logo looks fairly plain. I thought so I was doing some tests with that. So here is one of the little tests I did to do that.
Awesome.
Playing around with that. What else? The other thing was I was trying to and this I think it might be fun to pull this in at some point with some other PCG projects, but I was doing some tests to actually hand draw images and then scan them into the computer and color them in like digitally, and have nice like with the style I do is generally like black lines, like line art, and then color inside. So I was doing it that way, and then I was also scanning them in, and then I wanted them to be vector graphics, which maybe a lot of people on in this group might know what they are, but just in case not, there's two different types of ways to represent computer graphics. There's raster graphics, and then there's vector graphics. And ultimately, the hardware of your monitor is always in pixels, but the software that displays like how those individual tiny little dots of light get reflected are different between raster and vector. Whereas raster graphic, the way the software stores the information is much like how the hardware outputs it. It's like, okay, this dot over here should be this color, and then this dot next to it should be this other color, etc., etc. And then when you zoom out, it looks like a graphic. But with vector graphics, the image is not described in by saying, okay, all these points should be this color. It actually does geometry, and tells the computer to say, okay, at this point in space, at this X and Y coordinate, here's a point of information, and then go to this other point, and here's another point of information, and then like if it was these 2 points and it was going to be a curve, it would store a little bit that says like, okay, and then actually just have like a Bezier curve in between those 2 points.
Right.
So it's just like storing, geometry and that kind of thing in there. And what's nice about vector graphics, I mean, you can only do, I want to say quote unquote simplistic graphics. Like you can't, it's not very good at replicating photos because it's geometry, right? But it's good for representing line art and that kind of stuff. And what's great about it is that it never loses fidelity. So if you notice with a raster graphic, if you zoom in on it really far, it looks like a mess of pixels. But if you zoom in on a vector art, it will always look crisp because at every point, the computer can do a recalculation because all it's storing is the points in space and the descriptions of how those points relate to each other, and can just re-update. So the actual hardware pixels of your monitor can readjust so it still looks crisp.
So if I zoom in on papercomputergames.com, it's going to always look good?
Exactly so.
Let's test this theory. Whoa, why am I... Whoa, what? When I press Control Plus, for some reason it zooms out? I'm confused.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening because I can't see your screen and I don't know.
Oh, I see. So it's like when I try to zoom in, like the text and the links get bigger, but the image gets smaller, weirdly enough.
Oh, well, so that's actually due to the programming that I did, because I'm telling the image never be bigger than the screen size or the available space. And since the text size, what you're doing, you're not actually zooming in, you're increasing the text size. You're actually reducing the available space.
That makes sense. Interesting.
So if there is a proper zoom function in the browser, sometimes they don't have one, but
there probably is. You don't know how to do it.
You could like probably actually here's what I could do. Because I did an SVG ink test. Mm-hmm. So you could download this, open it up in your browser, and then zoom in all the way, and you could do it that way. So this is what, basically, that long thing, that description I did, this is what I ended up doing. Just drawing a bunch of things. It's looks like Discord just spits out the code for it.
Shoot.
But if you download that and open it in your browser, then you should be able to zoom around. Or like you change the width of the browser and you should be able to zoom around, that kind of thing.
Cool.
But yeah, I described it in like a little blog post if anyone's interested. But what I did was I did pencil art, like very light pencil art. Then I took a pen, like a black ink pen, did the lines like a smooth line over each one, took a photo of that drawing, then put it in like a photo editor, and then just made like the contrast really high, or like so that the blacks are really black and the whites are really white, and just like to really create that sharp contrast. So there isn't like, because generally when you take a photo, maybe the lighting's not great, or maybe the paper isn't pure white because it's a physical thing, it's real paper anyway. So you get that there, then convert that to an SVG, and then I started coloring it.
Sweet.
To get that thing.
That sounds really awesome. Yak says, getting into traditional art, into digital line work is really tedious at times, but definitely worth it. Yeah, definitely.
It can be. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of steps. I don't know. I was really happy with the results. I don't know if I can't see your screen. I don't know if that thing popped up, but I don't know. There's just something very freeing about just hand drawn stuff. You can get like a real kind of expressiveness out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, but
Um,
I do like that crispness of the line that you can get with inking, and then I don't know, with digitally, it's just that's like the best way to share it.
yeah,
And I prefer digital color to not always actually, but I do like digital color. So
yeah.
yeah,
Salman's been
it's a nice
saying
way to go.
stuff as well. He's been saying that this is very interesting. He also says Vector is more epic than, and he can zoom in normally with a trackpad, so it works for him, I guess. Um,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, vectors, cool. Anyway, all right, that's my intro rant. Thanks for humoring me, everybody.
yeah. Thanks for humoring us. Or I guess that's not the right word anymore. So that didn't work, but I tried. I tried.
It's true. But yeah, so that's it. Let's jump into the game, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Uh, cool. Okay. So it's been a minute. But the last time we played, okay, let's set everything back up.
All right.
I feel like every time we play this game, at least for me, I have to replay everything that happened.
The
So
entire history.
in the beginning, there was no paper computer games. Then you started playing one, and you got that's maybe too far back. Hold on, let me fast forward it to the beginning of this game.
Right.
The PCG anniversary. You were in a spaceship and you were flying around. You got hailed by Zoovac. JFK had been kidnapped once again. He's out in space. You go out there. He's being chased by a dinosaur. You rescue him by molecularizing him and trapping him in your sand sanitizer. You get back in your ship. You're heading back to Earth. You get attacked by the Croton, which have taken over Earth. You crash land. You crawl out into the sewer where you meet James, the secret agent. He
Yeah,
says things are
James.
crazy. Weird stuff is happening. I've come from a different time. I don't know what's going on. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to try to figure it out. And then we have to escape the sewers, and you meet all these crazy characters down there. Lots of PCG folks, as well as a giant
Mm-hmm.
mutated crab. Uh, I think Pinchzoid Crabicus
Correct.
was him, but mutated on top of
Yes.
that. Um, and then you did escape. Oh right, there was like all this green slime stuff that was like kind of getting through the water and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went through all that, right?
Yeah, I got there. Went through
And
the pipe.
that's right. And you escaped, and then you ended up in my parents' basement shower, and then you went upstairs, and my parents tried to kill you.
Mm-hmm. As they
Um,
do.
and right as they're wont to do, and then you escaped them out into the driveway and met with some very strange characters out
Yeah.
just like in the driveway, some like portal things, like this character who's like kind of holding his breath for thousands and millions of years and was in a breath holding contest with his brother, and had a
Yeah.
hole in his chest that he wasn't aware of. And there was this little creature that kept zipping in and out of portals and was like all obsessed with portals and wasn't aware of that other character. And then there was you eventually fell through kind of appeased them and fell through a portal into the portal tree and fell out
Yeah,
of a
the portal
portal
tree.
in the portal tree, and there was all these portals, and you were trying to figure out what was going on there, and you jumped in one of the portals and then landed on top of a car, this
Mm-hmm.
wild looking car, and James was like, "Get in, get in. You have to go. I'll fend them back." And there was like all these things chasing you, right? You could hear like this big thing stomping around behind you, right? that was that you need to escape. So then you jumped in the back of that car, right?
Right.
And the driver took off. And I believe that's where we left it, or am I forgetting something?
No, that's definitely where we left it. I remember that.
Okay.
By the way, Yak says I appreciate your recaps because I have awful memory. Someone.
Hey, same Yak. Listen, I need to do it mostly so I remember, because if I don't, it's gone. Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
No, that's cool. Yak says, "Oh boy, this guy looks so cool. I think I missed this part of the stream last time."
Oh yeah, are you showing the previous screens?
I was showing the I showed the sewer screen for a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the crab. Salman says classic. Everything tries to kill Zach. Yep. I mean, isn't that like basically the fundamental nature of the PCG universe?
Yeah, and it's interesting because, there was inspiration, obviously, point and click games, back old school point and click games. That was just like the law of the universe, that whatever, anything happened, always tried to kill your character. But in PCGs, it's a little bit different. It's not that everything tries to kill your character. It's that everything tries to specifically kill Zach. And that's what makes PCGs different.
Yes. Yeah, so true. Oh, man.
But anyway, okay, so you are, hold on, I just want to rename this.
Someone says, dude, this game has more lore than the Dream SMP. Lord of the Rings got nothing on this.
Yeah,
Dad.
Come at me, Tolkien. Okay, so you're in the back of the car. The driver takes off. It's like kind of like a limo type, like a futuristic limo type thing, right? And you can't see the driver through the screen. It's like one of those private things, but like there's like a little bit of or not bit, but like there's like a speaker system so you can talk to the driver, right?
Okay.
And so the driver just goes so fast, just kind of blowing through things and going and like screeching around the road like really recklessly, and like you're gripping the sides of the seat. Like the driver is like a bat out of hell, just going nuts down the road. And getting to the point where it's not just like kind of reckless, but actually doing damage, like smashing through trash cans and, going up on the curb and running through the sidewalk, clipping a mailbox, going over, like just all over, like driving on the wrong side of the road and then screeching off to the other side right at the last moment before you come head on with another car. Just like really reckless driving, craziness, but so fast. Like you blow out of town, like, and before you can blink almost, you're out into the countryside, and it feels like, you don't even know where you are anymore. It's like this kind of disorienting. You don't hear the thing behind you. Although it was a big thing, and you're trying to like look out the back window, but it's kind of small and you can't see, and it's going so fast, and the movement is so violent of the car, you can barely get a handle on things. But through that, the driver says, "Okay, tell me where to go," in a very kind of calm voice. But it kind of comes through crackly through the radio system. It's like kind of old school where it's really poor quality. It's like, like you can barely understand what it's saying. Okay. But now you are kind of coming through this whole land, and you can. It has like an advanced geolocation mapping system in the back here. which may be driven by a live satellite feed. So you can kind of see the whole area around you. And this is what you see.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I got a satellite screen. Yes. Okay, so let's see. What have we got going on here? By the way, Chris, let me see if I can share my screen to you so you can see what I'm pointing at.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's do... I guess let's share screen 1. Wait, actually, can you see that?
I can.
Okay, so, yeah, alright, so let's see. We've got roads over here, some weird purple flowers. Looks like a town. Okay, weird castle. I can see that's where the action's gonna be. Like a baseball field by the looks of it. Uh-oh. And a giant thing. Uh-oh. And a hut in the woods. Interesting. So where am I in this? Well, I guess my face
You
is
could,
blocking
yeah,
it, but
you're all the way at the bottom right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's Okay, so before we go anywhere, I'm just going to ask this guy. Okay, so like wait a second. Like who are you though?
I'm driving, man. You gotta tell me where I'm going. Tell me where I'm going.
Okay. All right. Yak says, "Whoa, Chris putting his hand over his mic was a perfect recreation of that effect." I know, right? Someone says, "Yeah, Chris's mic is top tier stuff." Oh man.
It's so good I can make it sound horrible.
They're saying the guy in the mountain is Thanos. Okay, so all right. So let's drive over let's check out the hut, I guess.
Okay, so you tell the driver to go towards the hut.
Yeah.
Okay. You say go to the hut, and the driver screeches off towards the tree, smashes into one, then careens into the lake, and you drown.
Okay, save game. I guess this guy is not the best driver. Okay. Let's tell him to go into the lake.
He careens towards the lake, gets the tires wet, then careens into the woods and starts ripping through the underbrush. Just like shredding through the bushes underneath. Branches snapping off. He is kind of just barely avoiding trees, and you can see the house kind of looming up ahead. It's now dead center. It looks like the driver is going to plow right through it. What do you do?
Tell him to stop.
The driver accelerates hard and smashes through the house. It collapses under your car, and you see someone who was in the second floor going and like fly up and out and into a nearby tree. You blow through that whole thing, and you think you can see from the satellite image looking down on you that your car is covered in chicken feathers. And you make it to the road on the other side.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna save game, and I'm gonna tell him to speed up into the cottage.
Okay, he speeds up into the cottage, and he does the exact same thing.
Dang it. Okay, so clearly I need some way to stop this guy. I'm gonna tell him to go visit Mountain Thanos over here.
Okay, so you're letting that happen. You're on the thing there, right?
Yeah,
On the street, the other side. Okay.
yeah.
So he's like, and he like kind of swerves into the mountains. Starts like the car immediately gets ripped up. Like the tires get shredded by the sharp mountain rocks and getting like smashing through. And then like he's trying to get the car to work properly. And you shoot off a cliff and you fall to your doom.
Woo. Okay, save game. Let's go investigate what's up here. Let's tell him to go to this town.
He's like, you say go to the town and go to this town, and he goes like, and then he guns it back the other way, away from that town, going following the street in the opposite direction. So if you scroll down,
Okay. So he starts going this way.
yeah, keep scrolling.
That's as
all the way
far
to the
down as
bottom.
it goes.
Oh yeah, so there we go. So he goes all the way to the bottom and books it back the other way. And this is actually off screen. I apologize, but you just like kind of jet boosting back until like you see looming up in front of you, the Nazi machine, and it
What?
stomps you.
Okay, first of all, awesome, and second of all, save game. Oh, the Nazi machine. Oh man, that is classic. Classic death. Okay, so I will save game and I will tell him to go down this road towards whatever is over there.
Okay, he swerves the car around wildly and then jets up towards the town above you.
Okay, and I will tell him to floor it.
He does. And starts crashing through houses.
Okay,
and just,
save
like-
game. I will tell him to please slow down.
He floors it and just starts crashing through houses.
This guy sucks so much. Okay, save game. So it seems like any command to speed up or slow down, both ways are equal speed up. So I should just avoid saying stuff like that. If I want to get him to stop, there's no way to do it. But it seems like directional commands, he seems to do the opposite of what I tell him, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let me tell him to, keep going down this way. Hoping that he will find his way into this weird poppy field or whatever that is.
Yes. Okay, so he keeps jetting up the opposite way that you're telling him to go. And but he does veer off the road several times to smash into the sides of several houses. Somebody watering their garden jumps over their own hedge to get out of the way of his maniac driving. There's just kind of chaos and pandemonium. People are like running and screaming. A garbage truck almost tips over as it tries to avoid this careening drive. But yes, you do get to this kind of area, and it's like this kind of virulent swamp.
Okay. So what happens when he drives into it? Like, does he sink in the swamp or?
Yes, the car gets immediately stuck, and you remember this vividly because your car keeps getting stuck in swamps, and then your car sinks, and you can't get out, and the driver ejects. You can't even see it. It just like shoots out, and you in the swamp.
And I what?
You drown in the swamp. You can't get out.
Ah, shoot. Okay, save game. So like before he gets into the swamp, can I open a window?
No, the windows are locked from the inside.
Can I break a window?
They're bulletproof glass.
Um,
They have to be the way this guy drives.
makes sense. Um, the way Yak says people unfamiliar with PCGs would be so confused by this stream. I do not envy them.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, this is not a beginner-friendly stream, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna let's see. Maybe I'll try to direct him, using my backwards commands to go onto this beach over here.
Okay. Kind of swerves out of the way of the swamp for the most part, but gets the wheels a little squelchy. And even through all the armored vehicle, you can smell the virulence of that swamp. But you blow through, and yeah, you get to the beach and just powers right through the sand and is heading straight for the ocean. What do you do?
What do I do? Okay, I will tell him. What are my I mean, I can't really do anything, right? I mean, it's just like let him drown in the ocean, or maybe I could like get him to go around in a circle, maybe like a really tight. I don't know. I guess the sand isn't stopping him, right? So,
It's slowing it down, but not stopping. No.
okay. I mean, there's not really a whole lot I could do. I mean, if I could get a window open, I could. Like, do I have anything in my inventory right now?
Yeah. Oh, actually, your inventory is on a physical piece of paper
Ah, shoot.
that is not in this room. So I could go get it. Do you want to wait a minute while I go grab that?
Yeah, sure. I'll
All right.
talk to chat.
All right.
Hey. Adarsh P says, "Good morning, Zach." Good morning, Adarsh P. Over here, it is 8:02 p.m. By the way, I think you guys are about to get a special preview of the next video because this is not controversial. You've seen this before. I'm just reusing this animation, but I'm redoing it. I'm like reanimating this Zoovac thing just to use as the ending for the coming Zoovac video. So you guys are gonna get to see that again. So special preview for folks who are watching. But as you can see, this has messed up. So here's what I have to do. Right, this animation is 800 something frames long, and it keeps getting stuck. Right now, it got stuck at frame number 495. So I'm gonna have to stop it. That was frame number 495. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to close Blender and then reopen Blender and then Salman says, "Ayu." All right, and then so
Are you doing a Blender tutorial right now?
No, I gave them a special preview of because like this has been rendering in the background the whole time, and it just got stuck, so I had to restart it. It keeps getting stuck, and like the good news is all my progress is saved, so whatever has been rendered already is down. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So this is our special preview, and yeah.
Sweet.
Someone says, "Oh my god, that's
Yeah, I
awesome."
can't imagine rendering is helped at all by streaming at the same time.
Probably not, but I mean, it can't be helped. I mean, this particular render just needs to go all day. So, I mean, I'm not gonna like. I've only got one PC. You know, what am I gonna do? You know.
Yeah. So okay, I have your inventory or your inventory, I should say. I'll hold it up a bit. The cat sat on it, so it's a little gross, but I don't know if you can see that well.
Hold on, I
But,
can't. Okay, let's see. I've got soap, sand anitizer, apple times 7,
yeah,
and okay.
that's it.
Soap, sand anitizer, and apple times 7. What am I gonna do with that? um. Not a whole lot. Wait, I do have a bunch of apples. I could tell the guy, hey, you know, I am just so you know, I'm making your back seat really messy right now. I'm about to throw up in the back seat, so just letting you know.
Yeah, he potentially drives even more violently. That's possible.
Okay. All right.
I can no longer see your screen, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that's-
like I stopped sharing it so because like when
Okay.
I share it, I can't see your screen. So.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
All right, I'll start sharing again, so we can go back to see what's going on the screen. Okay, can you see my screen again?
No, not yet. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so all right, maybe if I try to get him to drive around in a really tight circle, and then while he's like, you know, circling around, I'm gonna like try and ram my weight against the side, hoping the car tips over.
Ooh, that.
Wait, what? Sorry, you broke up there for a second.
I said I like that. That's.
Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to pull up chat while talking, so I do things at once. If I can get this on my phone at the same time. No, I can't figure it out. Okay. So yeah, it kind of pulls away from the kind of circle, and you're kind of pushing against the side, but it really just makes the circle tighter, if anything, and it really just gets him to turn the car around before getting dunked in the ocean. So now you're going back the other way, but like on the grass instead of on the street.
Is there a way to get him to tip over the car? Okay, like, so, let's see. Let's get him to, using our backwards commands, let's see if we can get him to drive over here to this area. What's going on over here?
Yeah, where's your mouse? It's the refresh is a little slow.
Okay, sorry. Like, this area, it looks like a grassy area with, like, red circles on the right of the screen.
Okay, sorry, it disconnected for a second, so I can.
No worries.
Let me pull up my own image of it. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. With backwards commands, you are able to direct him to this kind of grassy area with big, like, dug holes and like this weird purple vapor pervading the area. Not exactly sure what that is, but from the looks of it, it seems like it's just like the dispersed whatever from that weird castle thing next door. And there's these big holes throughout here. So you're like kind of bouncing around through the grass and careening dangerously close to any of these pits. What do you do?
I'm going to try to get him to fall in one.
You don't have to tell him twice. He careens straight into a pit, and it is much deeper than you think, and he falls way in, and the car explodes.
Okay, save game. All right, what about, like, let's see about these dunes over here. Maybe I can get him to crash into one of the dunes, and maybe that'll stop the car without killing us.
Okay. And you're using backwards commands, I'm assuming.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Yeah, okay, so you do that, and you go towards the dunes, and that's going well, but then you hit one, and it's like a jump. You know, it's like a solid dune. They're not sand. They're like dirt.
Okay.
Packed dirt. And you hit one, and just like it flips the car straight up, and the car does like a backflip in the air and like tip and then crashes down. The thing's made well, but it's, you know, bouncing around, and you're driving straight towards the castle.
Okay, let's let ourselves go into the castle.
You go straight at this crazy door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's by the way, I'm sorry. I was not clear. When you got flipped around, you didn't get flipped around so much that the whole car has turned around and is driving forwards. It got flipped around, and in the sense that you are now driving backwards at high speed.
Even better.
So you're now driving straight backwards. And while you're going towards the castle, right now you are aimed at the moat.
Okay, let's see what happens.
You go straight into the moat, and just you immediately flood and drown.
Okay, save game. Let's try and get him to using backwards commands to Wait, now that we're driving backwards, maybe he'll respond to forwards commands. I'll try and use forwards command, like, I'll say, like, drive towards the castle and see if he does it.
He drives straight towards the castle. No problem. Everything's fine. But it's at an insanely high rate of speed. Somehow, maybe even faster than when he was driving forwards. Incredibly. Zips right up the drawbridge and slams into the closed, weird, mystic gates.
Oh, no.
And crashes through it, finally stopping the car. However, and this is important, not without consequence. So what happens is the car crashes halfway through this door, and just kind of being rocked in the middle of this giant thick thing, like in the side of it, and then but the door is still closed. So it's just like kind of wrapped around this car, and the car kind of finally deploys some sort of safety procedure, which frankly should have happened ages ago in any of these other scenarios, but didn't, and ejects both of you. You don't see what happens to the driver. You just hear the ejection and then blown away. But you are blown out of the car, and you fly through the castle kind of courtyard and land in another room.
Okay.
And after you kind of pick yourself up, you see an entirely new scenario.
Oh, shoot. And by the way, before we get to the new scenario, VS in chat is asking, is that Scarfy coming out of one of the chimneys?
That is a great question. We will find out. I need to. How do I get back to the chat? I have to press this button. Okay.
Yeah, it says, when will this guy's appearance in Fast and Furious be? Oh, man. We need a spin-off about this guy ASAP.
Um, and this is what you see.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Ninjas. Okay. Okay, what is oh wait, it's Zoovac. Oh man, so is this me?
Yeah, on the left.
Okay. So let's see. What have we okay, we've got a lot of guys. We got swords, stars, bows and arrows, none like size like a gun, flowers? What a goldfish. What is he doing with a goldfish? And a grappling hook. Okay. I will say hello.
They go, "Hi-ya!" They all like attack you with all their weapons and kill you.
Okay, save game. Let me just run away.
It's a great plan, except in the time it takes you to run the opposite way, they all throw their weapons at you and kill you.
Okay. Save game. Uh all right. By the way, there's like in chat there's a discussion about whether like via saying Fast and the Furious needs to ask to be in Chris's PCG, and Yak is like, good point, Via. Chris is far above that awful franchise. I've never seen Fast and Furious, so I have no opinion either way.
Oh man.
Yes, so okay, let me try to shelter behind the guy with the sword. Cause like
What do you mean shelter behind him?
Like stand behind him so that all the range weapons would have to go through him. So like he can still attack me, but like at least I'm only dealing with one person at a time now.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you move up to that ninja. The others kind of rush at you, but the ones in back can't hit you with their range weapons. This guy's got a sword and he's trying to chop you up with it. What do you do?
Okay, I'll kick the sword out of his hand.
Okay, he swings it down. You kick the sword up. It flies up in the air. He's like, huh? And it's kind of coming back down, though, like in a spot where he could like grab it again. So it's clear that he's going to try to do that. The person with the bow staff is coming up and he's swinging at you. The person with the sai jumps up on that TV table and is looks like he's about to jump attack you. The other folks are closing in. What do you do?
Okay, so let's see. I'll grab the guy going for the sword and wait, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, I will first of all, I'll kick the bow out of the bow guy's wait, the bow staff, I mean. I will kick it out of his hand. And
so he's got it a hold with two hands, so it's a lot harder to kick. So and he also just saw you do it on another guy, so he's very ready for it.
okay.
So that doesn't work. The other guy grabs his sword and he slices your head off.
All right, save game. Like while he is going for the sword, I will kick him in the crotch.
He goes, "Oh!"
And grab the sword.
All right, you have the sword. He's doubled over. The other guy's but while you grab the sword, the other guy has swept your legs out from under you with the bow staff and clonked you on the head. The other guys come in and kill you.
Okay, save game. Instead of grabbing the sword, I will dive under this. Whoops. Under this table. And attempt to tip it over like this way, such that it provides shelter against the people with range weapons.
Got it. Okay, so you do that. You hear the TV going off above you. You hear like I am the shadow, and then like it gets smashed. The TV gets smashed. And you get a bunch of cover.
I love how that's what you hear in the process of like smashing the TV. Oh, I am the shadow.
Yep, you do. But not only do you get cover, the TV also does knock out the ninja with the two blades right in behind him. But the ninja with the sword grabs it again and is coming at you, as with the bow staff. And actually, the one with the sai was also on that table, so that ninja was thrown as well. But those two are closing in on you, and all the folks in the back are like closing in and trying to position around the edges to try to like sneak around the sides.
Okay. Shoot. I will like charge through these guys with the table and try, like, my hope is that since these other guys are trying to get around the sides of the table to attack me, my hope is that by charging through these guys, they won't be expecting that. They'll be expecting me to try to defend against them. I'm hoping that by charging through these guys, I can get through these guys and away from these guys, so they'll have to take time to go after me.
Got it. Okay, so that works. You get away from the guys behind you, and you smash through the guys in front of you, and that knocks them, around, and they're like kind of thrown, and their weapons go flying. So now what happens is that you eventually run into the second table with the TV, which falls over, knocks to the side, but kind of stops your movement. And now you have the bow staff and the sword charging at you still. You've gotten away from them, but they're still coming at you. All those 5 folks in the middle are taken out, but you still have grappling hook, flowers, and fish tank in your face.
Okay.
Or like around behind you. They're not immediately a threat.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so so wait, did anybody get knocked out by my charge?
Yeah, the 5 in the middle.
The 5 in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to take my apples and throw them at, at the heads of these people.
Which ones? I can't see your screen anymore.
Oh wait, let me see if it should still be. Let me share my screen again. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So okay, so Yak says, I love how good Chris is at making up excuses for things not to work.
Thanks, Yak.
Oh, man. Okay, so I will try to scramble partially up this, like, ladder over here. and throw apples down at the people coming below me. Like, try to hit them, like, right in the eye or, like, right in the face. Like, try to knock them out if possible.
Yeah, it's a great plan. The problem is that that's right by the grappling hook guy, and he grappling hooks you while your hands are busy trying to climb the ladder, pulls you down, and the sword and the bow staff, and by God, the flower and the fish tank, they all take care of you.
All right. Save game. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the apple at the face of grappling hook guy, and then I'm going to scramble up the ladder.
Okay, it takes him completely off guard. I wasn't expecting an apple to the face, and he goes down. And the grappling hook flies up comically, and then bonks him on the head as like an extra slapstick little moment there. And everyone else is now wise to you, but you've got like bow staff, sword, flowers, and fish tank all kind of converging on you. The TV been knocked to its side. The second TV is still going.
Okay.
Zach, is that you?
Hey, Zoovac. Kind of busy right now.
Zach, you gotta listen to me.
Okay, what's up?
That is very important. I've figured out things about what's happening here. Nothing is more important than hearing this.
Okay, go for it, Zoovac. I'll just take out ninjas while you're talking.
Okay, so how are you gonna do this? Everyone's converging on your position, and also as you're climbing up, Nunchucks over here is coming at you.
Okay. So, I'll throw an apple up at Nunchucks and try and like get up there to the platform where he's at.
Sorry, what are you gonna do to Nunchucks?
Throw an apple at him.
Okay. He didn't really see what you did to the grappling hook, so that worked. But sword and bow staff are right on you, and they're slashing at you. So you're gonna have to do something to avoid.
Can I like? I see there's like two walls like facing each other around the ladder. Since climbing the ladder is kind of slow, can I instead like wall jump from this wall to this wall to this wall to like make it up here quicker so that the sword guys can't like catch me?
Like doing like the back and forth type of like the split thing. Yeah, you could do that, and they're like, so they kind of go like they whack to one side, they're like ting, ting, clang, and kind of get stuck, and so you avoid them. You throw an apple at Nunchucks. He's like, what? Plonk, and the Nunchucks go flying. You're up there. While all this is happening, Zoovac is saying, excitedly, but with clearly no either knowledge or perhaps care of the ninjas, saying, Zach, listen. The Croton, the timelines being merged. James and I think maybe the Nazi machine, some other things happening, like all these mergings of things. There's just I don't know. There's just some unstable forces, and I'm pretty sure what's behind it is actually none of those things specifically. Zach, I need you to be very careful. I don't have any strong evidence of it, but I think what's behind this is the shadow.
The shadow?
That's right, Zach. Keep your eyes out for any hard evidence of the shadow's involvement.
Oh yeah, I saw him just before.
What do you mean you saw him just before? Where?
Well, he was on a TV screen, just like you are.
A TV screen just like I am? Why, that's hard evidence if I've ever heard of it. Wait a minute. I'm on a TV screen. Of course, I hacked into a signal. I tracked your location from that futuristic car. Speaking of which, I still don't know the origin of that car. I don't
I
know how what kind of convergence thing happened to make that appear. It seems like James outfitted it for you, but I don't know where that came from. At least I was able to track it.
Yeah. Indeed. All right. Well, yeah, I mean,
Now, Zach, please, you're being rude. I can't see you.
listen, Zoovac, I'm sort of busy right now. I'm fighting a room full of ninjas, so it's kind of hard to.
V- There's always something, isn't there?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Speaking of ninjas, the one upstairs with the bomb hands it to you and runs away.
Okay, can I throw it off the edge?
Yeah. You throw it off and it explodes Zoovac.
Okay, you know what? Save game. I'm gonna throw it at him.
It bonks him on the head and explodes.
Okay.
And it also blows up Spear Guy in front.
Sweet. Okay. So, all right. So while this is happening, by the way, Yak asks, when is this in the course of the PCG timeline?
Ooh, wow. I feel like that's like a Zelda question. Like we have to have a big corporate board meeting and figure out the Zelda timeline in secret behind the scenes, and then for years and years it's just a rumor, and then finally we come out with some big published product that makes everyone unhappy.
Sounds like a plan.
It's a good question, Yak. I don't have an answer to it specifically, but I figure once the game's complete, we can figure it out.
That's true. I mean, we know for sure it's at least after Balzac Lobotron and after.
Yes, it's.
Yeah.
I'm being somewhat coy, but it's later in the time. It's fairly forward. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
The full picture of what everything has happened, but it's trying to be the one of, if not the most forward thing.
Okay. Yes, but yeah, since I know you're thinking this, you're thinking like, where does this happen with regard to Zoovac being world leader of Earth? Chris said it is before that, so.
Right, so it's not emote.
Yeah. Okay, so I will let's see. So these guys are still going to be charging up this ladder after me, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
How many of them are left? We got these 5, right? Those are knocked out.
Yeah, so it's sword, bow staff, flowers, and fish tank.
Sword, bow staff, flowers, and fish tank. Okay. I'm kind of curious what flowers and fish tank are going to do to me, but is it better to just let them or okay, so
actually, yeah, let me actually describe, because their positions have changed since you've been dealing. You're up basically in the middle of this top thing, basically where bomb used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And sword and right behind bowstaff have climbed up the ladder and are now basically, sword is at the place like a little bit away from where nunchucks was, and bowstaff is on the ladder right behind, and on the opposite side, that's right behind is where now flowers has just climbed up on the other side, and fish tank is a little bit slower. He's still on the ladder. He has to hold fish tank very carefully in one while he climbs the ladder.
Okay, I'm going to run over to Flowers and grab his flowers and throw them in the face of who is coming up the other side? Bowstaff?
Sword.
Sword, right. I'm gonna throw them in the face of Sword.
Okay, so you run at Flowers. Flowers is like, "Ugh," like kind of a thing. And then as you get closer, Flowers throws the flowers in your face, and it's like, so much pollen. You're just sneezing and sneezing. It's just an allergic reaction. You can't take it. It's like super pollen.
Oh
Like you
no.
can't believe this. It's like your eyes swell up and itch, and it's horrible. It's just so unpleasant. And then Sword cuts your head off.
Okay, save game. Yak says, I wonder if they refer to each other by the names of their weapons. Can we make that canon?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When you join the ninja clan, you no longer have your name at birth. You take on the name of whatever weapon that you are assigned, and no single ninja in this clan has the same weapon. So
Oh, shoot.
no, there's. I don't know. We'll have to find out more lore, but it seems like some ninjas got the kind of bottom of the barrel when it comes to weapons here.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so. Like, man, Flowers is a lot more effective than you would think. I shudder to think what Fish Tank can do.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna save game. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run towards Sword, right?
Mhm.
And as I'm running towards him, I'm gonna I imagine he's gonna try to stab towards me with his sword. And when I do that, when he does that, I'm gonna fall onto the ground and slide to hit him in the to kick him in the shins.
Got it. Okay. So actually, you do that. You run towards Sword, and Flowers is actually running at you from behind. You slide and knock out the knees from under Sword. Sword is coming down at you like this, but you get under that swipe, and Sword goes like whoa, and then the legs fall out. So he's going like that, and is coming down at Flowers. Flowers is like, whoa, and kind of goes down as well, like trying to, get out of the way of the sword, right?
Oh.
And, so kind of both slides over and kind of throws the Flowers up. Sword falls on his face with Flowers in his face, starts sneezing and itching and whatnot. Flowers has nothing now and is on their back. You're on your back, and on the opposite end, Fish Tank has finally made it up and is kind of gingerly stepping over Sword with the Fish Tank. And on the other side, and this is much more pressing, Bowstaff has now kind of gotten onto the edge and has the Bowstaff kind of, since you're on your back now, has Bowstaff and is going to try to press it against your neck.
Okay, can I
What do
run
you do?
away from Bowstaff?
Like roll off the edge?
Oh, so wait, where are we now exactly? Fish Tank made it up here, so he's over here on the left side of the platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bowstaff is over here-ish, right?
Right. So Bowstaff is kind of standing over you, and you're on your back. And
Right.
Flowers and Sword are both kind of in the middle. Sword is on their stomach with Flowers in their nose, like sneezing and hacking, looking pretty out of commission. And Flowers is on their back, trying to get up, but weaponless.
Okay, so how high up is this platform?
It's like 10 feet.
Okay, I will definitely roll off the side, but as I'm rolling, I'm gonna put soap right by the feet of Bowstaff, hoping he slips on it.
Okay, so you roll off the side, and you fall down onto concrete on your side, and that hurts a lot. But you're okay. It just takes you a minute to get up, and in that time, yes, you put the soap down. Bowstaff goes down and then slips right on the soap and goes like whoa, and then clonks himself out. And not only clonks himself out, but clonks out Flowers, who was trying to look for a weapon and then got one in the face. But as you're like kind of groaning on the floor, Fish Tank kind of comes over to the center of the platform, kind of looks over you, holding the fish tank above you. This kind of peers over it and looks down at you.
I can't see your screen. Hold on, let me stop sharing for a second so I can see you. Okay, go on. Sorry.
All right, so holding the fish tank right above you. You're still like kind of groaning on the ground, like trying to recover. Like looks over it, tilts the fish tank.
No.
The fish swims up, bursts through the water.
Can I roll away?
Goes. Goes back in the water. The ninja nods. And boom, there's a puff of smoke. And they're gone.
Okay. All right. Well, that fish tank guy is interesting.
Zach, how dare you ignore me?
Oh,
I'm trying to talk to you. What is going on?
Oh, sorry, Zoovac. Yes. I'll go over and talk to Zoovac. Like, hey, dude. How is it going, Zoovac? I finally finished with the ninjas.
Listen, I'm good. It's okay, but you have to figure this out, Zach. I'm just getting intel as I can, and there's lots of there's lots of crazy signals. I think there's a
Zoovac, you're kind of breaking up a bit.
For a second, instead of Zoovac, it's the shadow, and it just goes. Well done, Zach. Zach, I don't know what's happening. And the TV shorts out.
Okay. All right. Well, I did it. Woo! All right. So that was awesome. I love how this, must have looked, like Zach walks in, room full of like 20, wait, how many is this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ninjas. And then in the span of like probably 2 minutes, just like knocks all of them out.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I think it is pretty epic.
Yak says Chris is so good at making bad connection noises you'd almost think his mic was cutting in and out.
When I on my resume, when I list special skills, I say I can fake a bad microphone sound.
Oh man, that must get you a lot of interviews.
A lot of jobs. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yak says all in the day's work for Zach. True dat.
So, what do you do next?
Right. So where are we exactly? So we're in the castle, obviously, but like, are there any exits besides the one we came from?
So there was like a big hall, um, but this you can't quite tell. Like you kind of got shot into this kind of smaller space, um,
Okay.
and went the so like you're pretty disoriented. The way you came definitely the the car like kind of smashed through the opening mechanism for the big door, so you can't leave that way.
Okay. Okay. So I can't leave that way. So which way can I go?
Well, those stairs continue to go up.
Oh, the ladders. Okay. Let me follow one
Indeed.
of them.
Which one do you follow?
The left one.
The left one. Okay, so you climb and climb, and it gets like you feel like the air's getting maybe a little thinner.
Wait.
You
Save game. I'm gonna take weapons from the other people.
Okay, so a lot of them are exploded by the bomb or unusable. But which one do you take?
Which ones are still usable?
Well, the bomb is not usable.
Right.
Neither is the nunchuck or the spear. The flowers are in Sword's face, as is the sword. So you'd have to probably wake him up to grab it. Um, the fish tank is gone. So you could take um, any of the others.
Okay.
But, you don't have like a huge pack. So you could basically like take one and climb with it. Um, Maybe you could take two if you argue for it.
Okay. I want the. Let's see. I need some. I feel like I need some kind of a range weapon. No, I have the apples, so that's pretty good. I need something. Okay, let me get the grappling hook.
Okay. You got the grappling hook.
And maybe like one of the ninja stars. Like, I mean, I feel like just one of them would probably be pretty light. I might be able to, you know.
Yeah, you could take a couple ninja stars if you want.
Okay. Sweets. Yeah, because when you first said flowers in Sword's nose, I thought you meant the ninja had the other ninja up his nose. For a second, I was quite confused. Oh man. Okay. So yeah.
Well, now that has to happen.
Right. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, I will go up the ladder.
Okay, sorry, I was just writing down your inventory.
Okay.
Okay, you go up the left ladder, and it goes on for a while. The air feels thinner, and it's almost like a static electricity in the air. You feel tingly, and your hair starts to stand on end. And eventually, you kind of come to like a hatch, and you come into this kind of globe. But as soon as you stand, it's like such a some sort of force. Your body just levitates up, just like as if it was magnetism or something, and you just go
Whoa.
like, and you kind of come through this kind of membrane at the top, which then closes back around behind you, and now you're on top of the sphere, and you're very high up, and very staticky and very unstable, and you're on this smooth surface that kind of is very reactive and feels very energetic and vibraty type of thing, so it feels unstable. And so you're just like kind of crouched up there trying to hold on, and it all looks a little bit like, hold on, don't have this set up. It looks not a little bit like, what? Oh man, it's too big. Oh man, hold on. Oh, no, I have to optimize this image for a second. All right, hold on a second. All right,
Probably this
well,
thing, right?
this is very anticlimactic. I have to crush this this image a bit to
All
make Discord okay with uploading it.
That sucks.
Ruined my big dramatic reveal.
Freaking Discord.
Anyway, what's up?
Chilling, playing some PCGs. You?
Cool, yeah. That's about it.
Man, I really
all right,
want to explore this whole landscape. This is cool. Like in a setting where I'm not careening down the road at a billion miles an hour, unable to stop.
I know it's kind of unfair, right? You're like, hey, I wanted to actually take a look at what's going on here, but no, of course not.
And I can imagine what might have given you that inspiration.
Okay, here. All right, let me try again. What is? Yes, okay, this will upload. It looks exactly, in fact, like this.
Oh ho!
Yeah.
Yes. This guy's awesome. All right, what's going on here? I'll be like,
Been a long time, Zach, hasn't it?
wait, do I recognize him?
You little puny worm. Maybe you forgot. But you may know me as the rich kid.
Rich kid, it's you. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, rich kid?
Oh, I'm relishing every moment of this, you little twerp.
Oh man. Oh no, he's back. One of my worst nemesis. Oh my god.
That's right. That's
first time
right, Zach.
The first time I faced the rich kid since I was a kid. Oh man. Okay.
Yes, indeed. And I just couldn't help but notice that you crashed my castle, literally.
Yeah.
Seems that the intervening years haven't improved your driving any.
Okay, so just to be clear, that wasn't me driving. I was so, you know, like, listen, you know, sorry about the castle.
Excuses.
Listen, dude, you know, why do we even fight anyway? You know, like, honestly, why did we fight? What is the beef between us?
I don't recall. But I know I have it, and I'm not letting it go. Also, last time we faced, you, and this happens every time we face up, you beat the snot out of my ninjas.
Well, you know, look, maybe if you wouldn't send clans of ninjas to try to kill me, I wouldn't beat the snot out of them.
This time, you sent yourself to beat the snot out of my ninjas. Okay. I'm just sitting here harmlessly experimenting on these experiments that I decline to explain.
I will definitely get you to explain those in a second. But first of all, you know, let me just clarify, you know, I did not want to fight the ninjas. I just was thrown in the castle against my will, and I was being
Against
polite.
you crashed the car right into the door.
Okay, look, once again, I was not driving the car. And just to be clear, when I entered the castle, I did say hello. You can ask your ninjas later. I said hello. I was not trying to start a fight. They attacked me.
Zach, I can't believe you're this stupid. They're ninjas. They attack. That's what they do. It's like, if you walked into a lion pen and get surprised because you got bit. I mean, this is basics.
Okay, that is a fair point. I will concede that one. However, just saying, and I do fully understand how weak my excuses sound right now, but this is 100% unintentional, crashing the castle.
Although, Zach, there's been a lot of weird stuff happening lately.
Yeah.
And, look, some crazy sewer sludge that has been mutating people and making people violent. There's been time crossovers. There's been craziness with just strange landscapes. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been a sleeping giant in those mountains near my castle recently, but there is one now, and I can only assume that you're at fault. So I'm taking it out on you, Zach. It's wherever you go, just chaos and problems seem to just be everywhere. So I'm taking it upon myself, and for the first time, for the betterment of humanity, to vaporize you.
Listen, rich kid, I wouldn't try it. First of all, listen, you blame me for all the problems that I cause, but you're the ones who actually causes them, right? Whenever you see me, there's something that goes wrong, but you're always the one doing it. So, just don't do the things. And then
no, listen, wrong. Zach, look, we don't have to rehash the past. Maybe that was true, maybe it wasn't. Who's to say? But all I know is that right now, right here, you just took a whole lot of nuts with you. Everything was fine, then you showed back up, and everything is crazy. And then you come specifically to my castle, beat up my ninjas, then come up on my green glowing crazy orb, and what else can I assume but that, you've got bad intent. And I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to zap your face.
Listen, rich kid. Why don't we work together to figure out what's going on? I think there's some weird universe travel-y stuff happening. I want to figure it out just as much as you do. I will prove my intentions are pure.
No, listen, Zach. We do not have the same intention. You say you want to figure out what's happening, but I know what's happening. It's you! And I'm going to vaporize you and everything will be fine. So, prepare yourself.
Oh, yeah? Is that how this is going to go down?
Well, look, I'm nothing if not a sportsman, so I'm going to give you a fighting chance.
As if I didn't have one already. As if you're the one who needs the fighting chance, good sir.
I'm the one with the double plasma guns and the rocket shoes. All you've got is some kind of static electricity hair.
I think those odds are actually a lot better looking from the outside than they were facing the ninjas. So in terms of armaments, I feel like you're less intimidating.
Are you seriously insulting me to the point where you're saying that me, the one, the only, the rich kid, is less capable than my hired ninja clan?
I guess we'll just find out, won't we? It's been a while, but
Oh. I am setting these plasma guns to melt.
psh, as if they're gonna hit me. By the way, Yak is asking in chat, does the rich kid go by the rich kid even as a full-grown adult? So that's a really good question. So I'm gonna ask him that.
Once a rich kid, always a rich kid.
Oh man. Okay. Wow. All right, rich kid. Is that how it goes?
It does, and he blasts away from you with his jetpack boots and fires both his lasers at you as he does so.
Okay, I'll dodge.
Okay, the lasers hit the orb, and it kind of absorbs it and makes it like super hot, like and like melts you.
Whew. Save game. So what's this? What is this stuff over here?
The yellow,
Yeah.
I can't see your screen anymore, but I'm
So
assuming it's
sorry.
that. Yeah, it's like they're like these strands, almost like antenna, but they kind of wave in the breeze, and they have like these little almost filament type stuff at the end, and it actually seems like whatever energy type stuff, like the orb is like this kind of weird matter stuff, but the energy, the electricity, whatever it is in the air, is coming from that.
Interesting. So like, so it's these weird antennae that are like have energy around them. Like, what are the antennae themselves actually like made of? Did you say?
It seems like some sort of strange metal. Like
Okay.
they bend in the wind, but they seem metallic, like a filament of some kind, but bendy.
Okay. So like, I'm gonna like wait until he's about to shoot. Wait. So it's like the surface that I'm standing on, is that bouncy?
It does have a little bounce, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait until he's about to shoot me, and then bounce from where I am to
Mm-hmm.
the energy thing, like, and try to grab onto one of the filaments. I'll
Okay,
hope and
so you bounce, but from just like a standing still spring, it doesn't really give you enough to get there, and you plummet to your death.
okay, save game.
And the rich kid goes, "Ha ha! You didn't even have to shoot him."
Okay, save game.
Like, laughing his head off.
Oh, the grappling hook. I will take the grappling hook and grapple his leg.
All right, you take the grappling hook and you go, "Whew," and he shoots at you, superheating but like in that moment, like grabs his foot, and then you kind of swing down off the kind of orb, but the rope gets caught in the rocket blast and vaporizes, and you fall to your death.
Okay, save game. Let's see. Okay, let me try grappling hooking to the metal strands.
Yeah, so you take the grappling hook, you go boom, and you throw it, and you get it right on, and it grabs on the strand. It kind of like there's not too much for it to grab onto, but like whatever energy is around it kind of clanks the things together, and then, but like whatever there, it seems maybe there's some like kind of metal, as a bonding thing
Wait,
to
say
make
that
it
again.
stronger.
Sorry, you cut out for a second there.
Oh, sorry. So you grab onto it, and but the because of the metal in the grappling hook, and there seems to be a little bit of metal in the rope as well. It conducts this incredible amount of electricity back into you, and you fry.
Haha, save game. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so Let me try. I will try throwing the ninja star at one of the rich kid's feet.
Okay. You throw it at his foot while he blasts at you, and it hits a foot, and he's like, oh, and he's like zooming around, and but then like kind of recovers and comes back to zap you again.
And while he is doing that, I will grappling hook his other foot, and this time, instead of like trying to swing onto him, I'm gonna try and pull him towards me.
Okay, you like kind of pull him towards you, but then that pulls the foot in line, the rocket leg in line with the rope, which vaporizes it, and so you're just holding a rope, and he's flying back around, and he's just kind of twirling until he recovers.
Okay, save game. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna like grapple his foot and yank him, like try to change his angle. And my hope is that, you know, my hope is that my hope is that I will angle it correctly such that for him to shoot away from me, he's gonna have to shoot into the this energy stuff over here.
Yeah. Okay. So you yank his leg really hard and kind of, you know, jerk him out, and then he kind of like flying around, and he zooms right towards that energy thing. It does vaporize the rope. But you know, he's like kind of firing wildly with the laser. But he does hit. It's not like a direct hit, but he does hit enough of energy. It seems like his rocket stuff is made of a maybe different, but it like supercharges those rockets, and it blows him out of the space. Um, Maybe those rockets were powered off some of that energy anyway, and he shoots up, and he's like, "Ah!" Like you can see his mouth like kind of like rippling, and his eyes watering, just like going insanely fast. His arms are pinned to his sides, his legs are barely sustained, and you see him fly up in a big arc over towards the mountain with the sleeping giant. And the whole sphere kind of and that's all I have.
Okay. Oh man, that is awesome. I beat the rich kid. Yes. Woo! I can't believe
You do indeed. I don't know if you can see, but if you zoom in more, there's a little bit of something on his face. I don't know if you can see
dollar signs.
Yeah. He's got instead of pupils.
Oh man. That is awesome. The rich kid, newly redesigned for the 21st century. Oh man. Okay, can I just shout after him like a lot easier than your ninjas?
I hate you, Zach!
Oh man, that guy's pretty chill. Yak says, congratulations, Zach. Thank you. He also says the dollar signs are a nice touch.
Thanks. Yeah, it's despite this the childlike art style, this did take me all day to make these 3 screens.
Oh man, that is awesome. I really want to like explore this stuff. First, there's so much exploring that needs to happen. First of all, so I mean, I guess that is what, you know, is going on here, right? We're in this area on top of the castle. So
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But I need to know what these experiments are all about. That's number 1. Number 2, obviously, I'm going to need to investigate this sleeping giant dude. Number 3, I want to check out the town. and the hut, and obviously I have to check out all this stuff. But
Well, tell me, what are you going to check out first next time?
okay. I guess I want to explore more of the castle. Oh, you know what? Can I like save game to before I beat the rich kid and ask him another question?
Yeah, what do you want to ask him?
Um. Okay, so yeah, I want to ask. Uh, I want to ask. So, dude, where did you get this castle? What castle is this? Have I been to this castle before?
This is my castle.
Is it a new castle or is it a castle you've had since we were kids?
I've had it since for a long time, but I've been, as you can see, upgrading.
Uh-huh. For a long time. Do you happen to remember if I've ever been here before?
Do I remember if you've been here before?
Yeah.
Probably.
Your memory sucks, rich kid.
Heh heh.
Okay, so by the way, you're getting some praise in chat. Salman says there's such good screens though. Yak says I love your art,
thanks.
Chris.
Oh, thank you guys.
Chris has the
Appreciate it.
perfect art style for PCGs. That's true. That is true. Going back through the game and save gaming to see what you missed is the most Zach thing of all time. True.
Oh my god, yeah. It pretty much is.
Oh man. And okay, so oh, yeah, I'll ask him by any chance this isn't the castle from like the first PCG ever, right? This isn't the one where like the company like or whatever.
You know I'm a company man, Zach, and I've this a family. I've run it since our first meeting.
Wait, so you work for the company?
You know that.
I do? Wait, do I?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter. Just say they give me special privileges.
All right. Well, like, dude, don't you know that like the company is bad though?
Oh, okay. One person's bad is another person's good. I think it's all pretty relative. Zach, you should know that.
I
You
don't
went
know
to
about that, dude.
college.
I did go to college. That's true. I.
Point to one thing that the company that's done bad that everyone else isn't also doing.
Attacking people with guys.
Excuse you, you just beat the snot out of all my ninjas.
Yeah, because they attacked me.
That's cause they're ninjas.
Well, what am I supposed to
can't
do?
go over this again.
What am I?
Oh my god.
Listen, what would you have done if you were thrown into a castle where ninjas were attacking you?
No,
would you
no,
just
no,
let
no,
them
no.
kill you?
Don't. That's not fair. I would never be thrown into a castle. You decided to smash into my castle. Okay,
Listen,
that's a big difference. Don't
Okay.
preach to me about morality. I'm gonna destroy everything in my path thing.
I had no choice. My car wasn't stopping. I had no control.
Oh my! This is the bad driver's mantra. I cannot believe you're pulling this cheap stuff on me.
Oh my god. You suck so much, rich kid.
That's what every 2-bit loser says. But you know what, Zach? I'm the one with rocket shoes. So who sucks now?
Yeah, see, like, here's the thing. You need the rocket shoes, and you still can't beat me even with them.
Oh my god, I'm gonna vaporize it.
All that money, and you can't even take out a measly, poor, unarmed Zach.
Definitely attacks you after
All
that.
right. Save game to after I kicked his behind.
I
All right, that was satisfying.
Also, by the way, the background, that's blue splotchy thing, you know, that's not just an artistic choice. When you're up here, the world does feel like kind of trippy and vibrating and kind of wild.
Uh-oh, that's not great. That is not great at all. So that's interesting. I guess we're gonna find. This must be like I'm getting some major like Crisis on Infinite Earths, kind of vibes, you know, right?
Yeah.
Like some reality is being messed up. There's lots of stuff going on. Like I feel like it's another like the fabric of reality, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's definitely those types of tones because everything's being mashed together. Although this one so far has been more than 3 screens.
True. So it is definitely a bigger, crisis than that one was.
Yeah, the fabric of reality was almost like it was like this idea, but like with a small scale. Like it was like done almost like as a transition game, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that is very true.
Instead of like living in that reality. But
Yeah, that is
um,
awesome. Like I have often felt that, you know, there was more to be explored inside of Fabric of Reality. So yeah, that's a really cool concept.
I mean, it's at the very least, not to pull the curtain back too much, but a device that allows for lots of different PCG things to live together, anniversary style,
Yeah. True. Very true.
and or even new things, you know. So,
Indeed.
so
Indeed.
that's kind of what's I don't know. It's
So I
kind of
guess
what's
that's
up.
like the explanation for like why James is here just randomly.
Well, that's the meta explanation, I suppose. But
Yeah.
there's trying to make a thing out of all of it. But
And the Nazi machine
yeah,
is here
so
too. Dang.
yeah, yep.
Oh
Um,
man, I'm so happy that the rich kid was here. That was awesome. I
yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed kicking his butt once again.
yeah. It's he's pretty powerful, but maybe not so much at this particular moment. But
Mm-hmm.
he's pretty obnoxious. I think that's his main power.
Indeed, I'd
He's
say so.
very very annoying.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well,
But yeah, I know it's pretty short. I try to make a couple screens at a time to play with, but I don't know. With this game, it's like they go by pretty quick. They definitely take a lot longer to make than to play.
yeah, indeed. That seems to be how it goes.
I think that's always true, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
for definitely for the full color ones, like the black and white line art, it goes by, it's the maybe 30-40% of the time, and the rest is layering color.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Layering
I like the
things.
effect. I think it comes out popping at least.
Oh yeah, it's
So
gorgeous. I love it.
it's fun
Oh
to. It'll be fun to look at.
yeah. Yak says the rich kid was great. I would love to see Zach and the rich kid just go out for coffee together.
Well, that's a fun game. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody can make a one screen of Zach and the rich kid just catching up.
Yeah.
You know, just
Say man, how's it going? Like doing any weird stuff for the company lately?
yeah. Um, but yeah. That's what I got so far. We'll keep it going.
Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. Yak asks, do you ever sketch your screens and then ink them, or do you just go straight in with inks?
Oh, that's a great question. So, with this style, the ones that I've been doing for this game, I've just been drawing on the iPad. So, I I basically just have a like there's different brushes and or tools, and I use one that's kind of like it's called technical pen. So it's mostly like a ballpoint pen in the sense that it'll give you like a relatively even or same sized line, but it's a little bit it'll give a little bit of a taper at the edge. Um, and I kind of like that style, so that's kind of what I'll do for the line. And then, and since it's on the iPad, basically instead of sketching, I'll just like use the erase tool if I want to clean something up. And then I'll just add new layers, and then just use other tools to add in color and that kind of stuff. But with the stuff that I was talking about in the beginning of the stream, which I'm kind of experimenting with more, which I haven't used for this game, but I am thinking about for other stuff. Yeah, then I do a pencil sketch, then I ink it, then I photograph it, then I treat that photo, then I vectorize it, then I colorize it.
Oh man.
Um, that's very intensive, or more time intensive than I, you know, was going for this game. But that I'm actually thinking of more for like totally digital projects, like for an actual computer game, you know,
Yeah.
um, because then I could draw a character and still retain like the kind of grit and naturalism of line art of like actually drawing something by hand. Um, Give it that like kind of attention, vectorize it, colorize it, and then like put it in a scene or something, and then like
Yeah.
jump it around. So I don't know. I'm still playing with it, but yeah, that's been kind of fun for me to kind of toy with that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, says I love your
But
backgrounds, by the way.
no, thanks. Yeah, yeah, that's like some of these. Uh, the one here for the rich kid is very bold. But I wanted to have like a more like kind of, oh, there's like a kind of crazy energy happening here. So it's like, I mean, with the iPad, it's like so it's almost like too easy to create like interesting things like that because you have like a tool that'll just do like a splatter.
Yeah.
I actually have like three different layers for this. One is like a watercolor type layer that's like kind of a wash of like light blue, and then another one that's that kind of textured blue, that kind of blue and white, and then a third one that's like that kind of dippling of like the kind of light aqua and the darker blue, and just like kind of layers of that to kind of make a, I don't know, a texture.
It looks so good.
Oh, thanks.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. These digital tools are like so impressive,
I
like
know.
what you could do with them, kind of very quickly. So I don't know. For this kind of style, it just kind of comes together.
Yeah.
I guess relatively quickly. If I had to do this with like actual paint, it would take a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
But that would be kind of neat. Like if I do like do like paper computer games, but like on a canvas, do like a screen that's like a painting, like a like a real painting.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
I know. That would be nuts.
Too
But
nuts, or maybe just nuts enough.
the correct amount of nuts.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Um, I can't see the chat, but any other questions or comments, or we can wrap it up too.
Looks really nice. Working digitally definitely speeds up the process. Painting computer games. Yeah, it looks yeah, definitely for sure.
Sweet.
Looks like there's not too many people left in chat. I think there's 3 people still watching.
Fair enough. The game is over, so sounds about the right time to end.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
thanks for playing. Thanks everyone for watching and commenting. It's always a fun time. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching, folks. And PCG you later.